Hi, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Jordan with Yoniswell Surf Collective. And today I am going to be talking through what this online workshop we are offering has in store for you. So, one thing to share, we do have a birthday special for all of the Taurus birthdays. And what that is 90 minutes. It's for $75 only, where we go over your natal chart and your solar return chart, which gives you insight on your own unique energy from your natal chart. And then the solar return chart will actually give you a heads up on what's to come for this year for you. And so that's something to share with your friends. Maybe you are interested, maybe you are a Taurus, maybe you know someone who would benefit from this work. It is a lot of fun and it can really bring a lot of significant insights in your life at this time. So please check out that information in the description box below so that you have everything you need. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And what I'm going to do is go through a brief overview of what this upcoming online workshop involves. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And without further ado, I will get started. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So, connecting to our nature, astrology as an intuitive guide. This is a common or an ongoing theme that I will be talking about in the work of Yoniswell, whether you are actually surfing the waves with us, or whether you are doing astrology readings or participating in our workshops, exploring your seven chakra system, or doing a tarot card reading, or any of the offerings that we have in store for you. The common theme and the ongoing evolution of what we are discovering is how to restore, to recover, and to connect with our nature, which essentially means connecting to our intuition and really honoring our own unique energy signature and what we are here to do and to contribute to this world. It's related to your how you interrelate to yourself and your divine feminine energy, which is really important for all of us to restore balance between our divine feminine and our divine masculine within us. So these are topics that we will continue to explore. And this online workshop is called Astrology and Divine Feminine Online Workshop. What does this actually mean? Well, we're going to utilize the language of astrology as a resource tool to understand the seven chakra system that we have within our energy field, within our aura. And what this correlates to is your body's consciousness and the ways in which we align mind, body, heart, and soul. And so we will be looking at our seven chakra systems, the energy wheels within our bodies, within our, well, it's not physically in our body, you can't actually see it, but this is energy, right? So we are going to explore what this is, and we are going to do it in a practical way. We are also going to do it in a way that correlates astrology and also the divine feminine asteroid goddesses. So just to give you an example of where we will be starting. So It's a 7-week course. It's 1 hour per week. It's on Zoom, and each presentation will be recorded. You will receive the PDF presentation that breaks down each modality and what we're learning, the archetypes. And if you do attend the class, there will be a Q&A towards the end. And so this is information that I feel called to share, because when we tune into our own energy, and when we start to feel or start to ask how we feel within different situations, when we're confronted with conflict, when we correlate it to the physical sensations in our bodies, it really helps us choose a different response and to ask our intuition, what is the next step that I need to take, versus the over analytical mind, which is always kind of the caboose. The mind is the caboose. It's the last to really know the truth. Your body's consciousness, through the lens of the 7 chakra system, which essentially is your intuition guiding you, will really steer you in the best direction that is a wise choice for you at that time. This is also a way in which that we identify the imbalances that are happening within our body's consciousness that eventually manifest through health issues, career issues, relationship issues. Perhaps it's a mindset that feels blocked. It's all related. It's all encompassing within our own unique energy field. And in this class, we will not only start with the root chakra, the first chakra, we will actually identify the different bodies that are within our energy field. So we have our physical body, we have our spiritual body, we have our mental body, we have our emotional body. These are all working together and encompass what we understand as our aura. So, for example, the first class, we are going to go over the root chakra. And what does that mean? As mentioned before in my previous presentation, the root chakra is the first chakra. The planetary rulers are Pluto, Uranus, and Saturn. The color is deep red. The sound is like a bumblebee. And when you think about a bumblebee buzzing in your ear, it has like a very like um like a drumming undertone, like a very, not heavy, but it's got like a, I don't know, like a thick undertone to it, right? And so the root chakra energy is like the soil in the ground. It's wood, right? It's like the tree that is growing, the root growing below the surface. And so it definitely has like a denser feel to it, a denser understanding of what this energy is. Now, in the class, we will go over the archetypes of Pluto, Uranus, Saturn. The goddess ruler, the goddess divine feminine ruler, is the original Lilith. So we will go over who she is in the myth, and what her archetype represents as a way to harness the natural essence of original Lilith and what she stands for. And so the root chakra correlates to feeling safe. It correlates to our own ability to provide for ourselves from our own inner natural resources that we have. Our abundance comes from within. Our confidence comes from within. our ability to take care of ourselves, to create a safe environment, comes from within. So, exploring the root chakra is all about grounding in to what feels natural to you versus your conditioning so that you can live from your own unique energy and provide a space that is stable and strong and feels good to you. And when we have a healthy root chakra, we are then providing a stable ground for our 2 feet to stand on, to feel safe, to feel nurtured, to feel taken care of. But this strength comes from within. And then from there, from the inside out, we are providing our own natural resources in order to create. And then we are, through giving, sharing, and inclusion, natural law of sharing our energy with others, we are then resourcing what we need in order to provide and take care of ourselves, but also be a resource for others. And so we will go through what the root chakra is in this form, in this way, as a way to absorb the information so that you can apply it to your life in a practical way. Now, the root chakra is below the hips and it goes all the way down to the feet. And so when somebody starts to have physical ailments in these parts of their body, it is related to a blocked root chakra. And so we are going to the root of where that energy is imbalanced and where that energy is distorted. Perhaps what are the wounds, what are the fears that is consuming that person, that is keeping them from opening up their root chakra and having that balanced energy from within that feels safe to them. So this is very valuable information that you can read in a book, but until you actually like osmose the information and really absorb what this means for you in your body's consciousness, it's just it's intellectualized. You can't just read or learn about this information through the intellect. This is actually like something that you can open up your intuition, your heart, and your body's consciousness to really integrating as a resource of knowledge for you in your life. And then you can be supportive for anybody else that may benefit from having this information. So, the insight within understanding the archetype, the energy wheel of the root chakra, which is also the first chakra, a willingness to penetrate and get to the bottom of one's truth, liberating from prior conditioning in order to creatively actualize one's unique individuality. And so this is when we will integrate Pluto, Uranus, and Saturn. Pluto is about penetration. It's about confronting. It's about getting to the root of where the distortion or the disalignment is happening, where the imbalanced energy is taking place. Uranus will liberate this energy so that it can liberate from the previous conditioning. So that it can liberate from dynamics rooted in man-made structures, conditioning, and the laws that keep us stuck. This can also be related to conditioning around the emotional dynamics, the emotional and psychological dynamics that keep somebody stuck, right? Perhaps it's like an old belief system or upbringing that kept them in their conditioning of believing in a certain way. So that right there, maybe that information lands. But that's the whole point of the workshop, is we will go into what these themes and dynamics really apply to in a practical way. And so essentially the root chakra really is about penetrating and confronting these dynamics that are keeping the person in an imbalanced state and keeping them from creating that energy flow and balance within their root chakra. And so what this information, confronting, penetrating and confronting to get to the bottom of the truth, really results in is it allows us to break through the conditioning. This correlates to Saturn. And then we thrust forward into creatively self-actualizing a new reality that is rooted in our own unique individuality, Uranus. This applies to our desires of truth, transformation, and freedom. This really is a path to creating and living a fulfilling life that is in alignment with your truth, with your heart, and your desires, your soul's desires, and your heart's desires. And so each week we will focus on a chakra. And these are the divine feminine goddesses. And as I've mentioned before, the throat chakra, which is also the fifth chakra, is ruled by Pallas Athena. And from an archetypal point of view, she really does rule also the third eye. But the first five chakras is like a progression of energy, building strength and harnessing one's power, one's truth, and one's own alignment within their own unique individuality. So when we get to the third eye, the sixth chakra, it is ruled by the moon and the sun. And so we will break that down as well. Even though there's not an asteroid divine feminine goddess, we will still break it down as a way to understand this progression of energy. And same with the seventh chakra, which is also the crown. It's ruled by Neptune. So that essentially is this divine energy of knowingness that we're all connected. And when we leave this earthly realm, when we pass, we exit through the crown. And so there is no other ruler than Neptune, because it helps us understand what this energetic progression is about, and it helps us understand the timeless and universal principles of natural law and the universe. So by the time you get to the crown chakra, it is really through a spiritual lens that is evolved from the ground up, from the soil of the root chakra. And so we will go into each, and we will really progress the learning as a way to understand it in a practical way and to apply it in your everyday life. And as I mentioned, just an overview, a review of what we've already gone over. Each week, we will go over a chakra, its meaning. We will go over the planetary rulers and the archetypes. We will highlight the divine feminine asteroid goddess ruler. And then we will integrate this information as a way to create the experience for you to connect to your own intuition. So we will correlate it to how it's meant to help you connect to your intuition, connect to your heart, again, in a practical way, so that you can utilize this information in your daily life moving forward as a way to self-improve, as a way to, again, live a life that is fulfilling and is in alignment with your own unique energy, your truth, and your desires. And so the overall 411 on this workshop, it starts May 10th, which is this Saturday. Depending on when you watch it, May 10th is really all you need to know. It is a Saturday. It will be 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It will be on Zoom. It's 90 minutes long, as I mentioned. There will be a presentation and a Q&A at the end of each class. in case you are not able to attend, regardless if you attend or not, you will receive the PDF presentation and also the 7 chakra PDF guide that you can utilize as a resource throughout the class. And the prices vary. So make sure you check out the description box below. And the prices vary because there's a way to pay up front. You can do a payment plan. You can drop in for each class if you choose to do so. And I do have Central America and South America pricing, which is different than the US. So with the US pricing, you can reserve your spot online. It is a $100 deposit unless you are wanting to do the payment plan option. And in that case, you would email me so that I can send you an invoice and we will get that set up for you. And beyond that, the Central America and the South America prices can be done online as well. But that's just something, in order to inquire for that, you can email me and we will get you all set up. And I have references as to where this information is coming from primarily. I have gained this insight through my own personal experience over the years, but putting this class, this workshop together with the PDF guide, it is from the evolutionary astrology perspective as taught by Jeffrey Wolf Green. And so here I have the different websites. I will also link these in the description box below that you can see. Thank you for sharing your energy with me as always. I am sending you oceans of love. If you are called to contribute to this work, there will also be a link in the description box below for you to participate in that. As always, I'm grateful to share this space with you. I hope to see you at this workshop. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you next time on the next video. Take care now.